What's good, YouTube? It's STORMYBMAN, and I'm back with another pre-fight breakdown video. Before we get started, I'd like to say shout out to the LDBC, the Lions Den boxing community, and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. This Saturday, June 12th, 2021, we'll see the return to the ring for Shakur Stevenson as he takes on Jeremiah NAKATHILA in a scheduled 12-round World Interim Junior Lightweight Championship bout. This fight will be telecast on ESPN as Shakur is promoted by Top Rank Boxing. I like Shakur Stevenson as a fighter. The young man is a quick study. He has shown the ability to absorb the information that has been granted around the people he's been working with since he began his professional career. And you take into consideration the fact that he has people in his corner, such as he's had Andre Ward there, Tim Bradley, he's had Terrence Bud Crawford, and Jamil Herring, all around him in camp as he has risen to prominence in the sport. The great thing about a person like Shakur being able to bring the wherewithal of what these gentlemen have to offer with him as he rises is that he has shown in his outings improvement, adjustments, the ability to absorb the information that they've bestowed upon him and add it to his toolbox as far as bringing along his own experience. This fight this Saturday with NAKATHILA is going to be an interesting fight to show what's the next level for Shakur. NAKATHILA is a type of fighter that is straight up and down, meat and potatoes. He throws his punches in combinations. He seemingly has pop on his punches. I mean, he's got a record of 21-1 with about 17 KOs. But what we've noticed about him is he has that kind of, he's a straight up fighter. Not a lot of head movement there. He's mobile on his feet, but not agile on his feet. Just the type of fighter that Shakur needs to fight. Has a few more fights than Shakur does, with Shakur's record of 15-0, 8 KOs. His last 3 fights have shown him to take on more experienced fighters who have a little more of something to offer him in the ring that he can take from the fight experience outside of just a victory. And this is that mode that I like to see with young fighters on the ascent toward gaining championship caliber experience. NAKATHILA is the type of fighter that he has just enough power on his punches. Shakur is going to have to respect that. But am I thinking that NAKATHILA is going to beat Shakur? I don't think so. But it's the type of fight he needs to fight. He's the type of opponent that is needed at this time. In his outing, NAKATHILA, where he lost his one fight, it was against, I have a hard time pronouncing the guy's name, but Evgeny Chuprikov That was in 2016. It was a majority decision that he dropped there in the 12th round fight. It saw him early on trying to attack with power punches and everything, but his opponent was able to absorb those shots. And though this fight was fought for the WBO Intercontinental Super Feather title, you could see where as the later rounds came around, NAKATHILA was having difficulty. He was like holding, clinching, and he wasn't as fierce as he was when he started out. That spells a lot here when you talk about Shakur, who gets gradually better as the rounds progress and go forward. So the way I see it, I see Shakur being able to come on and use his experience. He's probably not going to get his guy a lot to hit. He's going to use defense to draw the man in where he could get his counters in. And Shakur can pop himself. So if he hits NAKATHILA with something early on, it very well may put the opponent in a position to survive. And then Shakur may have to go and get heat, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It will mean that Shakur is controlling the tempo of the fight. What I would like to see is some quality rounds here. I would like to see some type of challenge. I don't believe NAKATHILA is going to put up much of a challenge. Excuse me. Once he gets in there and realizes who Shakur is, who Shakur's experiences have been about, and where he is presently. I once remarked that when Shakur was working a fellow camp member's corner on an ESPN broadcast in the late quarter of last year, I really liked that because working from the standpoint of being a trainer and cornerman, you're able to look at the fight in a different manner with different eyes, a different set of eyes. And for a young fighter to go through that progress and experience is great because he can make assessments while he's in the fight himself. I think that gives Shakur a little bit of an edge. He's a highly intelligent young man, and he has the type of athleticism and athletic ability and capability as a young fighter. When you pair that and you put it in the proper direction, pointing it in the proper direction, there's nothing but huge payoffs coming at the end of that. So that's the way I see this. I liken this fight to be quite similar to what we saw when we saw Terrence Bud Crawford take on Julius Ndongo. Quite similar here. Don't be surprised if you see a similar result, because NAKATHILA, Jeremiah, is the type of fighter who Ndongo was. Same type of fighter, and albeit smaller, right? But it's the type of fighter that Shakur needs at this time. And then after this, if he wants to go and pursue Valdez, Herring, whoever, he can do that. But in the meantime, this is good work and good experience. And I admire that the young man wants to get out there and do his thing. In recent interviews, he spoke of acknowledging what NAKATHILA does positively, and he spoke about, the fact that, the guy is tall, he's rangy, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a good fight for as long as it lasts. But I tell you, I see Shakur Stevenson coming out on top in this fight, and the world is his oyster. As soon as other fighters decide to step up there and give him the opportunity, we will see great things from this young man. But I'm always riding with Shakur Stevenson, because we have to support our young fighters like this, especially when they have potential to be championship caliber special fighters. So those are my thoughts on this fight, and I look forward to seeing the fight tomorrow night. I hope that there's a good turnout as far as those who tune in to the show to watch the fight, and hopefully Shakur can put on an excellent performance and leave people ready to see him again. So those are my thoughts on this fight. This is STORMYBMAN. Till the next time we catch one another, peace. Everybody remain safe.